Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And today we're trying out another saviland product. You guys know how much I love saviland. Links will be in the description as usual, of course. Let's see what we've got. So we've got this little box. It's a nail art set, but what does that mean? Let's open it. So we've got bubble wrap. How exciting. And we've got some chrome powder, always fun. And 3D clear spider gel, it says. There you go. Get unblurry. Clear. I don't know why I thought this was black. We've got some instruction booklets about how to use chrome and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Or I don't know if this is implying that you're able to use this gel for this stuff, but I don't think so. I think this might be just a generalized how to use chrome. And then maybe this one's probably the one for the spider gel. Yas. So that would be the case. Here's some examples on how to use it. Spider gel can be tricky and messy. Blah, blah, blah. But we're going to try out this tool. Let me know in the comments if you have one of these laying around and you have yet to use it. I've had this one for some time and have yet to use it, but we're going to use it today. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So you bend these little prongs to the spacing that you want, and then we're able just to dip them in the gel and string. I would like them to be kind of evenly spaced, but there's a big old gap between these two. I'm going to try and push this in here and do it. And on this side as well. Helps a little bit, I think. You can also bend most of them just out of the way and use one or two, but I want to do, you know, the effect that it's implying that it does with quite a few of them. We're going to try it though. So we'll try like this with just all of them together. And then we might try experimenting by moving some of them around. But I want to start with just as is. I have already painted my nails and I did mattify them as well so that hopefully our chrome doesn't stick to that too. Let's open this up though and have a look at what we've got in here. Okay. And it has a seal like this. I kind of expected it to be a piece of foil, but that's all right. This might be foiled. Yeah, it is. It's just white. And we're going to pull this back. Yeah, it is clear. I'm not going to peel it all the way off because I want to be able to put it back down. So I'm just going to kind of pull it to where it's back. All right, and then we'll leave it like that and hopefully it doesn't roll up on us. I'm going to set this over here a little bit. And then we'll get these opened up. Should we do the gold or the silver? We'll get out one of our little sponges. Gold or silver today? What do you guys think? Tough choice. They're both beautiful. I think we're gonna go for the silver today just because I feel like the lighter nature of it is gonna be more fun for the springy season. But I'm gonna set this to the side for now because we gotta figure this stuff out. So let's take our little prong, and I am not left-handed, but I think we should probably get in position because we're gonna have to pull it out and string it across, yeah? So maybe like this. Let me zoom this in some more. Okay, let's try and dip that in there. Okay, so we've got some. And then when we lift it up, we're getting some strings. Now, I can tell you, they're not all individual. Like, so when I pull it out, they kind of all suck together, but as they pull it down, it does start to let those loose. Let's do some more. And pull those across as well. All right. So we've got a couple of like sugary lines. I think we're gonna need to do a little bit more though, because we don't have that much. Sorry if I am not staying at the level that has focus. This is all an experiment. Try and wipe some of that off and dip again. Okay, and then I want to do some across the middle where we didn't have lines. Alright. Okay. Now, I'm gonna scooch this back just a little bit and set that down so that we can try and look at this. I don't know if you can even see the shiny. I think you can. But we need to cure that. So I'm gonna stick this in the lamp for 60 seconds just because that's the standard cure time, and then we're gonna try and chrome on it before we move on. Okay, so let's get our little sponge and our chrome powder open. All right, yeah, we got a good amount of that in there. Let's set it out the way. So here's our finger. I'm gonna dip our sponge. All right, so we've got some on there, and then let's try applying it. Now, ideally, we don't want this powder to stick anywhere but that spider gel. So hopefully that matte nail will prevent it from staying anywhere else. We've got a dust brush. Let's dust her off. Okay. I think we've got success. All right. That would actually look really cool on a black background. It would really make that silver stand out. It's not super visible against this light color, but you can see it. And we did get some lines. They're not particularly arty, but it's cool. So that works. Let's wipe this off our tool. Now I'm gonna bend some of these out of the way. Okay. So I've left these three and I made a bit of a gap in between them. So that's the ones we're gonna try and use. These are sticking up. I'm gonna try not to stick those in the gel. And so kinda here's the idea. We're gonna go to this one and I'm gonna get some, yeah, like, well, in there, or maybe I should do it this angle. Either way. And then I'm thinking maybe we try and do a swoop. Do you think we could manage that? I know it's not very easy. So if we were to pull it up and get it on there and then try and move it, we'd have to maybe roll the nail. I'm not sure. Or I wonder if we could do like that checkered thing. Let's try that. I don't know if I'm ready for curves. Let's try to do squares. So let's say we got us some of that, right? And we go across like that. Perfect. And then we want to get us another section of those. Yeah. Going underneath, I think, helps to get it up, but like, it does kind of string all on these. These aren't the straightest lines, but they're not the worst either. I'm gonna wipe this off on our alcohol wipe. Now I'm gonna try and do them the other way. Okay. Nope, that's too dirtied up. We need to get some of that off of there. Yep, it gets kind of stringy, and so we gotta kind of clean our tool as we can. That one doesn't even have bit on all three. All right, and then, okay. A little bit inconsistent, not gonna lie. Some of these strings are much thicker than others. And in fact, the best I can tell, the ones at the bottom don't even really have the ones that go back across them very much. These get like a tiny bit. I'm hesitant to try and go over it because it will not be in the same place, but they're almost invisible. There we go. Those are at least there, sorta. Alright, I'm gonna cure this. Okay, and then let's get our chrome again, and we'll just rub that on. Alright, alright, alright. Not so bad. It's not exactly squares, but it is something. We are learning. Alright. Clean my tool again. Alright, so I've spread these out. These are the ones we just used. Now I'm going to take these four. We'll try and do a zigzag. So like, on these. I don't know how well this is going to go. And apparently they get bonked around really easily. But we're going to try it. I don't know if I should maybe set this here to do it so that it's like immediately right there. Maybe that'll help. Let's see what we can make work. Get up, butt up, butt up. That did get on there. I can tell that the strings, of course, did get thinner as they were going, but they are there. So let's stop and cure and chrome those. It's almost like a secret reveal because you can't see the lines until you put the chrome on, and then suddenly there they are. Okay, so that's what we've got on that one. Alright, I think we're gonna switch tools now. Like, that's fun. Okay, let's try with a dotting tool. So hypothetically, we should be able to almost like draw with the dotting tool. I am not left-handed, so this is not easy, but we're gonna try it. So I'm gonna get some on here. Yeah, and then let's say, see, it's stringy out of the jar no matter what, so I'm not gonna get a clean start, I think. I know some people can draw like butterflies and hearts and stuff. I wonder what we can do. So let's say if we boop here. Did it stick? Didn't look like it. Okay, I think we might have something going. Almost like flower petals, but like to get them started, we have to work extra hard. Okay, okay. Okay, I don't know how much of that you were able to see. I don't know how good of a job we did. Probably not a very good job at all, it looks like. But let's try to cure that and see what we got. Well, some of them are curved shapes. We almost had some petals, a little bit, with some practice it might not be horrible. As it is, it's not good, but we're trying. And on this one, what I'm gonna try and do is draw strings that all come to the same point. So we'll see how it goes. This is all very experimental. So let's say like this. Let's say we go bloop. Yeah. And then bloop. So I'm touching it whenever it comes across to the corner here. Ooh, that one's a thickie. That one too. Let's try and get those off. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but like that one is a fatty. So I guess you can draw 3D lines if you get enough of it on there. They get thinner up here. I don't know if we could thin it out though, because we'll probably ruin it if we try, but I'm gonna cure it and we'll chrome it. Let's see how it come out. And it does. So where I was connecting them, I didn't do the greatest job, but it's not bad. Other than that, it actually looks really good, and I don't hate it. even the thick line looks really good. So I would say that doing this technique is okay. I could get down with this and even attempt to do some of those thicker lines. You just kind of have to work faster before it strings off. Otherwise, you get these really thin little lines, which are not bad either. And again, I think this silver would look amazing on a black. So that's something we might want to try. I am going to fold this piece of paper back down so that our lid does not get disgusting while this is in here. That's our 3D spider gel. Definitely want to make sure you're cleaning your tools. Close this chrome up, don't spill that. All right, we need to top coat these in. I'm gonna use my chrome specific top coat, also a Saviland top coat. These are not going to be matte after I top coat them in, but we don't want our chrome rubbing off. So shiny. All right, I'm gonna cure all that for 60 seconds and then we'll come back and have a look at what we've got. Okay, here they are. My camera sometimes doesn't like to look at things that are too shiny, and these are very shiny. It's cute. I like it. It is a little bit hard to see because the colors are so similar, and I'm pretty sure this one's my favorite actually. If you wanted, you could go in and put a matte top coat on top of this so that it does make it easier to look at. You can feel this 3D-ness because it is so thick. These not as much, but a little bit. This one a little weird on the side where all that was touching. But anyway, so that is our experimentation or trial of that Saviland spider gel. If you know how to use spider gel better than me, let me know. What are your tips and tricks for it? And have you used a clear spider gel before or only like a black and a white? Let me know. What is your favorite tool for application as well? Which is going to work better? Have you used that weird thing with the prongs, or do you just usually go with like a dotting tool or some sort of other stick or a brush even? Let me know. I will leave the link for this little kit in the description as well if you want to get it. Could be fun to try out if you haven't tried spider gel yet. I've seen some pretty cool stuff out there. Maybe we can learn how to do some of that. But that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching my video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Hit the like button. The algorithm thanks you, and so do I. Definitely make sure you're subscribed so you're not missing my content. Make sure you're following my socials so you don't miss the things that I post over there. Sometimes they don't get posted over here too. And if you want to join my channel membership, I would love to have you, and I definitely appreciate the support. Check out the levels and what perks come with them and decide which one is best for you. But that's it, quick and easy. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.